Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the middle of May. Well, we're looking at the past right now, and the first week of May, we have the Page of Swords. I take care of the detail and stay in control. So you're taking care of details the first week of May. I like your energy. I really like your energy. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. You're remembering fun times you had with yourself. A lot of tarot readers will take the Six of Cups, I remember and treasure past happiness, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're remembering someone else, from your past," and not with this energy. Because we have the Emperor, I make empowered choices. The Six of Cups, I remember and treasure past happiness. And Nine of Pentacles, I take the time I need to nurture myself. So this is you remembering a time when you were happy, carefree, independent. It's almost like you're thinking about your childhood when you used to run and climb trees or whatever it is you used to do in childhood. And um but with the Page of Swords energy, you were paying attention to details because yeah, you're an adult now, but with this type of energy, I think with the first week of May, you were doing things you love. You would think about something you enjoy doing and then you'd go do it because you wanted that feeling from childhood you used to have, feeling free and happy. But because you're an adult, you had to schedule that time. I take care of the detail and stay in control. There's a time and a place for everything, right? We can't play outside all day, like little kids used to. Some adults do. Some adults have a job like that where they work in a park. But this tells me that maybe you don't have a job like that, and when you do go outside, it's scheduled outside time, scheduled time with yourself. So that was for the first week of May. Now, for the present, we have the Ten of Swords for the middle of May. You need to pull these 10 swords out, okay? I see the truth in this ending. Ten of Swords. You're seeing why a particular situation ended. You could have been dealing with a Leo with the Strength card. We also have the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. So it's almost like somebody was always apologizing to you, but it was because they had their own swords in them as well. Or either this person put some swords in you, and then they would say they were sorry. But with this Strength card, we have I can deal with whatever comes my way. So you're being strong. If this is your energy, you're not talking to this person. And you're releasing yourself from negative binds. I release myself from self-inflicted binds. It's almost like somebody could have told you something about yourself and you believed it. Now, these swords don't have power unless you believe them. So, somebody could call you tall, but if you don't believe you're tall, you can laugh it off and be like, yeah, right, I'm not tall, and you kind of walk away. But if you believe it, the sword becomes stuck in your back. So, what happens with swords? I'm going to explain swords and negative thoughts. somebody can present a sword to you. We'll pretend this is a sword, it's a pen, but they can present this sword to you, this thought, and they can say, "You are tall." And you can either laugh at them or walk away. You can laugh at them and walk away if you want, or you can be like, "You know what? You're right. I am tall," and stick it in yourself. And that's when you've given that person power that they do not deserve. Okay? You are the only one who deserves power over your life, not someone else. Think of it as dealing with salespeople. Sometimes you'll have salespeople in Walmart that try to sell you things. Now, if you don't want to buy anything, you can say, "I'm not buying what you're selling," and you can walk off. Or you can be like, "I think I will buy that." And you can't afford it, but you buy it anyways, and you hurt yourself to make someone else happy. I don't know. I don't know what your motivation was for accepting these swords. Only you know that. Um, and the reason why I'm talking about money and selling things as an example is because we cannot afford negative thoughts. We cannot afford this, okay? Studies show that if you live with somebody who continuously puts you down, and I'm not saying that's what this person did, I don't think y'all live together, but if you if a relationship progresses far enough to where you live with somebody who's always putting you down, health problems will start to develop. And health problems can lead to the ultimate ending. And nobody wants that, right? So I really don't think you can afford to take on health problems based on somebody trying to tell you who you are. Thanks, but no thanks. That's what you tell these salespeople. Thanks, but no thanks. I think this person, they insulted you by implying that you're old. And I don't think they knew that they did that. Whatever insult they did, it was like it was an insult, but underneath that insult was implying that you were old. And we have Page of Cups. I am as young as I choose to feel. So that's how you replace that negative thought. Somebody tries to tell you you're old to sell you a product. I am as young as I choose to feel. So this person could have been younger than you. I mean, maybe emotionally immature, not emotionally mature, emotionally immature when they were around you. But because this reading is for yeah, it's not that they're still emotionally immature. It's just that in the middle of May, you're realizing that things ended because they were emotionally immature. Okay? Now, there's a difference between this card and another card, because I think with this card, they didn't mean to be the way they were. It was just they were kind of just this way. And maybe they didn't even know they were emotionally immature. They thought that this is how everybody acts, and they could have been based on their family of origin. Now that doesn't mean you have to take them back. I mean, because, if you were to take this person back, just their face would remind you of stuff they said, and you may not want to be reminded of that, right? For the last week of May, we have the world. I celebrate life and welcome new energy. You're closing out some sort of cycle. You've learned all the lessons you've needed to learn. Clarifying that, we have the Queen of Wands. I am naturally creative. Five of Swords. I will heal myself. And Eight of Wands. I manifest multiple opportunities. So it's going to be a very busy month at the end of May. Like, you're going to be swamped. Like, you're going to be healing, but it's almost like you're not going to be healing by yourself. Maybe you'll be in a support group or around different people. And you're going to be very creative with the way you express yourself. If this is not a support group, this could be like you doing some sort of talent, whether it's tarot reading or writing or anything. You're healing yourself by living your life. You're moving on to bigger and better things. Your attitude in the middle of May is the moon. My intuition guides me to the right decision. Okay, you're still kind of struggling with this ending a little bit, but that's okay. Because we have the Four of Cups. I listen to my heart and follow my knowing. I create what I choose naturally and with joy. And I know that peaceful times will come. This person wasn't ready for you, okay? They just weren't ready for you. It kind of reminds me of the movie Sleeping Beauty. Now, if you remember that movie, everything was like preordained, right? Like predestined or whatever you want to call it. And the prince, like any Disney movie, was supposed to marry the princess, Princess Aurora. But the first time he ever met Princess Aurora, she was a little baby in a little bassinet, like, and he just kind of looked at her and he's like kind of disgusted, like, this is who I'm gonna marry? Because as a child, he wasn't really thinking about the future and about how in the future she'd be older and he'd be older and they'd both be adults. He was just kind of looking at her like, so this person was not ready for you. It's not that they'll never be ready, it's just that they have to learn coping skills. They have to, somebody who is emotionally immature, they have to learn about dialectical behavior therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. There's all sorts of therapies they need to work on, okay? So, um, so you know your worth and you're walking away on your own trail, but you're not happy about it. But you know that it's the right thing to do, so that's what you're doing. I listen to my heart and follow my knowing. If somebody's calling you names and talking down to you, their emotional development is that of a 4-year-old, okay? And I don't think you want to be with somebody that's emotionally 4 years old or that is acting like a 4-year-old, okay? I think you'd rather be with somebody who acts like an adult and talks to you like an adult. Because this person, they may have had feelings for you, but the way they expressed their feelings was basically, "You're an old man," or something like that. And that's not how we do things, in the adult world. In the adult world, it's, I have feelings for you, would you like to get a cup of coffee? Would you like to take this to the next level? And that's not how they approached you. So you know why this situation ended. You probably looked at this person like, I am not going to argue with a child. I am not going to argue with a little boy. I'm not going to argue with a little girl. I don't have time for this. I have to focus on my life. Influencing you in the middle of May is the Two of Pentacles. I calmly make the best decision. Okay? Best decision. Ace of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Cups. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio. Queen of Cups, Scorpio energy. So, Ace of Swords, I am ready for a breakthrough to success. I trust whatever the universe brings me. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. So you could be like, I know I can't have what I want, but maybe I'll wait for this person. But in order to wait for that person, you have to give them the space that they need. I'm not saying, completely ignore them. But this person needs a lot of space and time alone to grow. Because otherwise, they're not going to be grown if y'all ever see each other again. And if you don't want to wait on them, that's cool too. But I'm just reading cards. Your obstacle is the Two of Cups. So this is the root of all of the swords. The 10 swords you have in your back. Now, all the negative thoughts, I'm this, I'm that, I'm old, whatever, they all stem back to one negative thought. And it took me a while to figure out this thought myself. There were people in our childhoods that made us feel not good enough by stuff they said to us. They labeled us. If we didn't do something that was to their liking, they criticized us, and it caused feelings of not being good enough. And if you study child psychology, children don't know any better, right? Children, they don't know, they don't have a strong enough identity to know that, hey, the person bullying me is the problem, not me. But instead, they blame themselves, and they start to wonder, what is wrong with me? Why doesn't this person treat me right? Why doesn't, and on and on and on. But I'm not going to go too deep into that. But it manifests in the problem of believing that we are good enough. And when we can't believe that we are good enough, it is hard for us to believe that we are worthy of love, which is your obstacle. Two of Cups, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. When I was growing up, I had a lot of therapists at school. I had different therapists, well, I wouldn't necessarily say a lot of therapists. Maybe it was one therapist in particular. And she told my mother, she said, "You are her problem." And so this negative thought, that you keep getting that you're not worthy of love, that is what's causing you to accept negative things people say about you. And you're not the problem. This is not, this reading is about you. But all these criticisms and all these complaints directed your way are not about you. They are about the other person. Whoever puts you down, whoever is mean to you, the criticisms are about themselves. Those criticisms are not about you. Somebody is talking about the way they feel about themselves to you. And that's why it's up to you not to absorb it. If you feel this way because it came from childhood, you need to realize that the people that treated you badly in childhood were the ones with the problem, not you. Okay? Now, whoever hurts you for some reason, you're nicer to them than they are to you, because we have I am successful in all I do. I trust King of Wands, I am successful in all I do. Seven of Pentacles, I trust my ideas and direction. And Knight of Swords, I choose my battles carefully. So it's almost like whoever insulted you, it's almost like they were trying to say that they didn't believe in your ability to succeed. Um, or they didn't believe that you had a specific direction for your life. Seven of Pentacles. It could also be people from childhood that talk to you this way, that, oh, so and so, he's never going to amount to anything, or she's never going to amount to anything, and too much jaw jacking. But we have Knight of Swords energy, and I'm wondering if this is your energy, because we have that you choose your battles carefully. So it's almost like even though somebody hurts you, if you wanted to, you could have really hurt this person back. You are holding back from this person. You could have really, you know, cut to a certain wound or wounds that they had, and you didn't do that. It's almost like you could have just focused on your work instead, even though they made you feel some type of way. Now, the outcome of everything is the Ten of Pentacles. That is going to be the outcome for the middle of May. I celebrate everything I achieve. Okay? Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, it looks like this person's waiting on you, because we have Knight of Cups. I know that the right person waits until I am ready. You still have love in your heart. The Hierophant, I am ready to love and learn. And the We Don't Talk About Brew, no, no, no card. I am free of whatever is holding me back. So this situation has been released and you're back to feeling happy in the middle of May. It's almost like even if even if things never did completely work out, you just know that there's always going to be someone out there for you. I don't know, you just seem to have a lot of faith. Um, what you don't see coming for the middle of May is the Page of Pentacles. I am open to opportunities for personal growth. Clarifying that, we have the Fool. I am guided and protected on my life journey. The Star, you're healing. I am inspired and positive about the future. And Two of Swords, whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. This is just massive faith. This is you taking a big leap of faith in what you believe in. So I don't know what you believe in, but you must really believe in it because you're taking a big leap of faith. If this is someone you're already married to, this could be marriage counseling. You could be working on personal growth together. But you have to find the right marriage counselor because some people that do counseling for couples, they'll just have you fill out a worksheet or something, and then they'll be like, okay, you're ready now, you're ready to get married. And that's not enough. You can't just have two people fill out a worksheet or they each fill out their own worksheet and talk for like one session and that's enough. That is not enough. That is not enough to practice learning how to live with someone. I mean, even for swimming, we have swimming lessons. Now, some people will just throw someone in the water and, oh, they're swimming because they've been swimming for 5 minutes. And okay, but if you want endurance, you need swimming lessons. There needs to be endurance to any relationship. Otherwise, it's not a relationship. It's just a one night stand, or it's just a friends with benefits, or whatever you want to call it. So there needs to be endurance. And I don't know. I've never heard of two people doing this. Well, there was the movie Robin Hood, but that was a movie. There was a cartoon movie called Robin Hood where I guess the princess was waiting on Robin Hood, and one of the characters said absence makes the heart grow fonder. But anyways, yeah, this person was not ready for you. So you gotta wait. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. Bye.